I was hired by a direct hire client. Will I be deployed to this client if I come through to the US now? My boyfriend was sponsored by a staffing company. Can he ask where he is deployed? So any comments on that? Because I think a lot of nurses are concerned that maybe with COVID-19, they were sponsored by one employer, but they might be expected to go work, at another employer or in another location.
Yeah, I mean, you have to work for the employer who petitioned your I-140. So that part is very straightforward. If you are with a direct placement scenario, like a lot of Tanya's clients are, then there's usually a hospital listed on the petition, and that's the hospital you should expect to work for. Sometimes I know Tanya works with hospital groups, and so the hospital group may have 2, 3, 5, 10 locations. And in many instances, I don't want to get too specific, but in many instances, the I-140 petition allows you to work at any of those 10 locations. And so you should work with your I-140 sponsor to find out what's the best location for you and what's the best location where they have a need for your help. If you're with the staffing company, the rules tend to be a little looser as to where the staffing company can place you, but the petition has to be filed a certain way in order to give the staffing company that kind of flexibility. But what's absolutely not acceptable is for company A to sponsor you on the I-140, you to get the visa, and then go work for a different employer in a different location. That is, even putting aside the fact that you probably have a contract that bars you from do that. That's of course immigration fraud, and so we would absolutely never recommend you do that. So it sounds to me that Tanya, that the questioner really needs to talk to their petitioner to see that there may be a few options, and the petitioner is probably best to give them the options.
Yeah. And I think, just reading between the lines from this person who asked the specific question, they're worried maybe they might be deployed in an area where there is an enormous need, and there's a surge of patients, and that might not be where the original petition was directed anyway. So, thank you for that question, because we've got that question quite a lot from a number of different people. And as Chris said, from a direct hire perspective, the petitioner that you've sponsored, where you're going to be going, and that's where you're going to be going, because that's the way that the immigration is set up. But if you are sponsored by a staffing company, please make sure to reach out to that staffing company and then to discuss that with them. And I'm sure they will help you.